Kyrie Jesu Domine, dona eis requiem.
Good morning, and let's brighten up things a little bit, huh? Here's the light, and let's get rid of the evil glasses. Did you know this statistic? I was listening to an interview by Coleman Hughes on Trigonomy. It's a really good interview by these two guys from the United Kingdom. One of Argentinian heritage, and the other guy, I believe, is Russian in his heritage. And they do these long form interviews that last an hour or so. And they were interviewing Coleman Hughes, and of course they're talking about the whole issue of racism, police brutality, the George Floyd incident. They brought up one little thing Coleman Hughes brought up, which was something I think I was aware of but did not know. That a police officer in the United States dies every day, and usually from gunfire. And I'm not saying this because I'm a gun owner. I'm not saying this to get rid of guns. I'm saying that creates a very different encounter when a police officer comes to a vehicle, not knowing whether it is an armed or unarmed person behind the wheel, or when he comes to an incident where there's a crime reported, whether the person is armed or unarmed. And I think that that fact is overlooked. When we get to the cultural dialogue, debate, scream fest about police issues, it is almost always one-sided, created by the mainstream media, whom I happily call the media. I didn't originate the term. But they are the media in my mind, because they are not serving the public with the full picture. They're saying, this is the picture we want you to see, and we want you to see nothing else. And the picture they want people to see is that all cops, for the most part, are racist. It is as if that is the vocation where people with racial animus want to go to fulfill their dreams. And that is false. Incredibly false. Again, everybody suffers from bigotry in one form or another, but being in law enforcement is not a calling card for all your bigoted people to find their dream job so they can act out their racial hatred. And I think we have to put that in mind. It's you'd be shocked at how many non-blacks die at the hands of police officers. You ought to Google it. The least group that dies at the hands of law enforcement are Asians. Not because statistically they're the lowest. They have the lowest percentage even for their population, because they are cooperative, hardworking, don't get involved and things. Now, if you live in an area where there's an Asian gang, you have a completely different point of view than I do. So, but one of the things this gentleman brought up is that social media makes every story that fits your perception a national issue. So you wouldn't know about it 10 years ago or 15 years ago as a national issue because they did not get the reporting. Now, thanks to social media, it's reported instantly. And the court of public opinion and media trial happens well before the police can even gather all the facts. And that makes law enforcement and actually the courts, which I don't care for, their job that much more difficult. Because the media bias has already formed their story, has already tried their victim, and has already delivered a judgment that everybody who believes them is supposed to adopt. Whatever happened to question? Is it wrong to question things? I didn't think so. I think that was one of the great hallmarks of the 60s. Question authority. Well, the big authorities today staring at you in a glowing screen in terms of the media and big tech. So question them and be a free thinker. It used to be cool. Have a great day, everybody. Goodbye.